In a world where screens are everywhere, on our phones, laptops, and tablets, it's easy to think that technology is just something that affects the world around us. But what if I told you that it's not just the devices we interact with that are being influenced? What if it's our very brains that are being shaped by the technology we use every day? Today, we'll explore how information and communication technology, ICT, goes beyond the screens, subtly rewiring our minds, changing the way we think, learn, and even interact with the world. Let's start with something we all know well: multitasking. Picture this. You're at work, checking emails, replying to a Slack message, maybe scrolling through an article, all at once. Sounds familiar, right? Well, here's the catch. Our brains aren't as good at multitasking as we think. In reality, what we're doing is constantly switching between tasks. This cognitive switching might seem efficient, but it actually reduces our ability to focus deeply on one thing. Have you ever tried reading a book only to be distracted by a notification every few minutes? Over time, this constant interruption changes the way our brains work. We begin to expect constant stimuli, and our ability to stay focused for long periods gets harder. But it's not just about work. Let's talk about gaming. Video games aren't just a hobby anymore. They've become a part of modern life. And surprisingly, they can help improve things like hand-eye coordination, spatial awareness, and even decision-making skills. In fast-paced action games, players often need to make split-second decisions based on incomplete information. This sharpens their decision-making abilities. But, just like with multitasking, there's a downside. The high-stimulation content found in many video games can impact our brain's reward system, making it harder to feel satisfaction from more mundane activities. Have you ever finished an intense gaming session and felt a bit off afterward, like real life just wasn't exciting enough? That's your brain adjusting to that digital reward system. Now, let's talk about something that's changed the way we interact socially. Social media. Every time we post a picture, share a status update, or comment on someone else's post, our brains get a little dose of dopamine. This chemical plays a key role in the brain's reward system. It's that feeling of pleasure we get from receiving a like or a comment. It's like a digital high that keeps us coming back for more. But over time, this digital feedback loop can feel addictive, and it rewires our brains to crave that instant validation. You've probably found yourself scrolling through Instagram or TikTok without even realizing how much time has passed. It's hard to break free, isn't it? But ICT isn't all about distractions and rewiring our reward systems. It also has the power to enhance our minds. Let's take online learning as an example. Apps like Duolingo or online courses have made learning new skills and languages more accessible than ever before. When we engage in these activities, our brains form new neural connections, a process called neuroplasticity. Each lesson, each word you learn, builds your brain's capacity to remember and process information. So in this case, ICT is working to make our brains stronger, more agile. Now let's talk about something truly cutting edge: virtual reality, or VR. Imagine you're a surgeon, practicing a delicate procedure in a virtual world before ever touching a patient. Or maybe you're exploring an ancient city in a video game, fully immersed in its environment. VR is revolutionizing fields like medicine, education, and entertainment. It helps the brain build muscle memory, improves decision-making, and even enhances emotional responses, all within an immersive environment. It's like taking real-world experiences and replicating them in a digital space. Amazing, right? And finally, we have artificial intelligence, or AI. Everywhere we go, AI is shaping our digital experiences. From the movies we watch to the news we read, AI tailors recommendations based on our preferences, constantly learning from our behaviors. This personalized experience doesn't just make life easier, it subtly shapes our thoughts, preferences, and even our worldview. In a way, our brains are being trained by these algorithms, adjusting how we interact with information, and in turn, how we see the world around us. We're not just passive consumers of content anymore. We're actively engaging with technology that's learning from us. So whether it's multitasking at work, getting a dopamine hit from social media, or learning something new on your phone, information and communication technology is doing much more than filling up your screen. It's actively shaping the way your brain functions, learns, and adapts to this digital world. As we continue to interact with this technology, it's important to understand how these changes impact us, because it's not just the screens we're interacting with, it's our brains too. Thank you for joining me today on this journey through the digital landscape. Remember, our minds are as much a part of the technology we use as the devices themselves. Stay curious, stay aware, and stay connected.